Don't be on the defense. You have to be on the offense at all times. The cost of mediation, the time, and then you have to pay your attorney. Because do you want to go to mediation without your attorney? Because you have your attorney next to you, and there's now a settlement agreement that you have to review. Do you know all of the terms? Maybe not. So it's good to have your attorney with you to review that and even assist you with coming up with the terms of that settlement agreement. So with arbitration, you're just choosing your judge. They're not actual judges. You're choosing the person that's going to preside over this matter. And they will make the determination. Yes, both parties have to determine who is going to arbitrate the case, but they don't get to dictate the outcome. That's the difference between mediation and arbitration. You don't get to dictate the outcome. In mediation, you can get up and go. Arbitration, the arbitrator makes a decision and you have to stick to it. So I've had situations where the opposing side that says, well, our office generally only works with this mediator. That to me raises a red flag because why? Why are you only exclusively working with this person? Is it because they can sway the opposing side on your behalf? Then we have a problem. So you don't have to agree to the person that they're choosing. You have to agree to a person, right? But it doesn't necessarily have to be that person. So I always ask them, you know, are you opposed to finding another person? Because I understand that your office likes to work with this person, but we're going to find someone that does not know either attorney or either party, right? And that is a conversation we have with the opposing side. And with respect to the arbitrator, same conversation. And payment is generally determined from the contract, or the judge will say that either party has to pay their share, so 50-50. And in family court, because I used to do family law, I'm retired. In family court, they would generally impose half of the bill between the parties, or if one spouse cannot pay and the other spouse has a larger income, then they would just impose the big pocket person to pay fully, because we always ask. Jurisdiction. Yeah, so it would be in the jurisdiction section, so it'll say if there's ever a dispute that we will go to court in, like you said, Texas, in the specific county. Yeah, it's contractual, so if you do agree to it, then you are bound to those terms. I ask my clients often if they have those clauses in there, I ask them, do you know attorneys in that state? Because I can't defend you if you sign this contract. So if you're going to go to court in Texas, you need to get a Texas barred attorney. So the attorney that reviewed or helped assist in negotiating or redrafting certain clauses is in Florida. They cannot help you in Texas.
On Texas and not here?
The determination of the contract, the laws of that specific state will govern. So you're always going to draft the contract for your benefit. You don't care about the other party. I mean, not just, I mean, you have to make sure that it's covering you at all times. So you don't want to expose yourself to liability, and exposing yourself to Florida courts if you're in Texas is additional liability because you have to pay to go to court. And some courts don't allow Zoom. You have to find a Florida attorney if you're in Texas. That's additional cost. You have to pay the filing fees in that state, and they may be different from the ones in Texas. So these are considerations that you have to think about. How does this contract benefit me?
Right. Remember this. If you receive a contract from somebody else,
They do not have your back.
no, they ain't in your best interest.
And that's not illegal, by the way. Unless you have illegal clauses in there, that's what makes a contract illegal. But to draft a contract for your own benefit, it's on the other side to even the scale. You see the scales of justice? When you get that contract, imagine the scales tipping in their favor, right? It's your duty to even the scales and maybe even bring that down a little bit, right? So, but it's all about negotiation skills and having really good negotiation skills. And if you have an attorney, they can help you out with that. It would be an indemnification clause. So if they come after me for the work that you did, you got my back, right? So that's what indemnification means. A few questions would be asked of them. Did you get a translator? Did you know that this contract was in a different language and you still signed it? Did someone translate the terms to you? These are questions that a judge will ask you. And if they say yes, if they have to explain why they signed it, they have to explain why they signed a contract that's in a different language, bottom line. And if they understood that they were going to be bound by terms they didn't understand, they're still going to be bound by those terms. The judge does not care. Yeah, there's no, like I said, ignorance is not a defense in the law. So you can't say, well, it was Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but I signed it. Okay, well, now you are bound by those terms because it was your responsibility to get someone to understand those terms. But you signed it anyway, right? So there are forms, legal forms that are actually in Haitian Creole. There are legal forms that are in Spanish. You can download those, like for family law. You can go to the Florida Supreme Court website and they'll say this form is in English, Spanish. It's for whatever party. No, it's all legal because you, as the party, you have to understand the document that you are signing, reading, and receiving, right? So if it's in your native language, then it's enforceable because they will have a translator in court to assist in translating. Just like someone, if you're blind, right? That doesn't exempt you from signing contracts. You just gotta have someone to translate the terms, in Braille, right? Everyone is entitled to signing and enforcing a contract. So however it's delivered to you, you have to understand it, Nope, you need to hire an attorney. Yeah. Yeah. Call your lawyer. You can call your lawyer before you make a decision, right? No, you have to have someone.
Now or pay later.
Yeah, defending or protecting, which one you want?
Now it's always cheaper.
It's cheaper to protect. It's a little bit more than $200, but yeah.
You lose $10,000, the $200 don't even matter.
Don't be on the defense. You have to be on the offense at all times. So I got about 15, 20 slides to get through, so we're gonna have to work it, all right?